that view, oh my god. Hello from sunny, beautiful Ceres in Greece with our friends of Track Speed and also Jimmy Broadband,
Hello.
the one and only. We have here the 992 GT3 RS, the new fleet member of Track Speed that you can go and drive yourself either in Ceres or also on the Nürburgring Nordschleife. Use code Misha5 for additional 5% discount and have fun, as much as fun as Jimmy and I had today.
Bro, what a day.
What?
I mean, like, the opening shot says it all, right?
Yeah.
You basically come to a racetrack and mess about in ridiculous Porsches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something really special. We also done some civic action, but more on that on a separate occasion. But the coolest thing we've done is previously you already of course know our 992 GT3 Vulcan Alpha taxi car that we are now entering our third season of taxi with. And previously we've done some comparison laps with the stock GT3 or like no aero and then Vulcan Alpha aero kit on it. Today we spiced things up a little bit by including the daddy of downforce, the 992 GT3 RS, and also Jimmy Broadband,
The daddy of
the Black Falcon racing team. Yeah.
just the daddy.
Just the daddy, the daddy. Yeah, so what we have done, we compared both cars. We drove both cars. Me driving the 992 GT3, followed by Jimmy in the RS. After that, we swapped around and I followed Jimmy. And then we also swapped cars to see what we could, what the results would be. Before all of that, Jimmy also jumped in the car in the 992 GT3 and tried to set a very fast lap time.
Yeah, tried to.
Well, 1 minute 20 point something.
0.9. So the goal was to try and get it under 120, but I think we basically, Misha and I, we're a bit lazy and we woke up a bit late and we didn't get here in time for the good laps.
We had too much Greek red wine last night as well, so
how it is.
yeah, maybe. All the driver excuses.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't really expect to get anywhere near the time set. I went out there and you see I had the draggy in the car.
Yeah.
And 120.9. So I think it'd be very easy to dip under 120 in the right conditions. But car was super compliant. Downforce was really nice. You really experience it, especially into T1 and through the back half of the circuit. It's all like medium speed here, and that's where you really feel that difference. Because get onto the other factor, the thing that sort of limited us was the tyre on the front of that thing, because it's a 255 you say on the front of that?
Yes.
And that's still a pretty wide front tyre, but when you have all this aero pushing into the ground, the tyre at some point is just like, but what do you want?
Exactly.
No more.
Exactly.
But it was good. Really good fun to drive that thing.
Yeah, it was great. So, but in terms of comparison, we have, as mentioned, like the major downforce car with all the aero, active aero, passive aero. But more importantly, also what we found out today, what really matters is we have on the front, we have 275 wide tire. On the rear, we have 335. Look at that in this beautiful sunset. And on the GT3, the stock sizes, we have 255 on the front. As Jimmy said, still a lot, but significantly less. And on the back, we have also 20 mil narrower, 315 instead of 335. While having significantly much more downforce thanks to Vulcan Alpha front splitter, canards, and also the rear wing. But the tire, it's something it's struggling with. So what we will be doing in the upcoming episodes, season openers, you name it, is actually we're putting 275 fronts on this car and 325 on the rear, because we cannot fit 335 on the rear, unfortunately, and then it should be much better. But what we have seen is actually this car, when it comes to mechanical grip, actually, well, outperforms this. You could notice it much more, but on downforce levels, you could feel, at least I could feel, that this was significantly stronger.
Yeah, it's very weird jumping between the two, because you get into this thing and through all these tight, twisty corners, this just launches out the corners. Whereas this is like, come on, just give me a bit more. And as soon as you're in the high speed stuff, you can really feel like the switch, come on, and you can get closer to it again. But I mean, what a mad video this is, dude. Like, I think this is every day for you, but I'm like, oh, today we're doing GT3 RS. I'm like, what the? It's been very cool. I'm still pretty pumped from it all, to be honest.
Me too, me too. Anyway, there's a lot of blah blah going on, but the main important thing, what we want to show to you, is that this car, right now, second-hand 992.1, you can get for around 160,000 euros, which is a lot of money, of course, second-hand in a decent condition. And for a decent condition GT3 RS, you'll be paying 260 or more with Weissach pack and everything. So, and here we have roughly 30,000 euro worth of mods, 12,000 of AERO, suspension also around the 10, some kinematics from Suspension Secrets, brake pads, discs, you name it, and tires. So 70 grand less for a car that's almost as fast as this, and most likely is going to be faster once we put the same size tires. So that was actually a very interesting comparison, and I think job even now, while the car is still slightly less faster, it's already like impressive, because again, significantly cheaper, less maintenance, and lots of emotion. So yeah, thank you very much, Jimmer, for this.
Plus the AERO looks cooler, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you. See you soon. Bye bye. Alright, since the most important thing about my videos, my channel, is transparency and show you things how they are, I showed you that the POV cam was really blocking my view. I couldn't have a depth of field to focus on the braking point or the turning point. Therefore I had to get rid of it. But now also it was functioning as my main microphone, so hopefully you can hear me talk. So yeah, we're gonna do an easy lap, followed by a bit more push lap with Jimmy behind me.
it.